The elevator door slid open with their usual depressing ding, but the moment you stepped out, the entire floor suddenly felt less like a graveyard and more like an actual workplace. Your bright voice echoed instantly. Good morning, everyone. Did you all have breakfast or are you all planning to faint after typing one email? A few associates burst into tired laughter. Why, I swear your energy is the only reason we survived this farm. Exactly. If I ever take a day off, this farm will collapse. Please write it in my appraisal. We actually believe that. You grinned, hugging your files as you walked toward the pantry. You had a habit, start the morning with coffee and compliments because the building was too cold otherwise. Inside the pantry, you set your bag down and started preparing your coffee, humming some random tune, smiling at the sugar jar like it was your best friend. The office peon entered right then, holding a tray. Madam, I was just going to take coffee for sir. You paused, stirring your cup, then smiled. Oh, Mr. John hasn't had his coffee yet? No, madam, he just came in, but he looks even more serious than usual. You snorted. He always looks serious. Even if a puppy smiled at him, he would still look like someone insulted his ancestors. Taeyong laughed. True, madam. You picked up another mug, already reaching for the coffee powder. It's okay, I'll take it. I'm anyway going to his cabin. Taeyong blinked in panic. Are you sure, madam? Today he looks very cold. He's always cold. If he ever smiles, that will be the scary day. You took both cups, then lowered your voice dramatically. If I don't return in 10 minutes, tell my family I died with honor. Taeyong burst out laughing. Madam, all the best. You marched toward his cabin, your steps light, cheerful, while everyone around you watched with that our brave queen is going to the dragon's den expression. Before entering, you knocked politely, no response. You tried again, still nothing. You whispered to yourself, okay, so silence means come in. Great. You entered. His cabin was dim, organized, and colder than the rest of the farm. Papers perfectly aligned, blinds half shut, the signature scent of his expensive cologne in the air. And there he was, Mr. John Jungkook, your boss. Cold, sharp, unbothered, tapping on his laptop with the precision of a machine. You placed the coffee quietly on his desk. He didn't look up. You cleared your throat. Still nothing. You finally spoke. Good morning, sir. Your coffee. There was a deep silence then. In his deep, controlled voice, he spoke. I don't remember asking you to bring it. You blinked. Well, Taeyong was going to, but I did not ask Taeyong either. Your mouth parted. Then, do you not want coffee today? He finally looked at you, cold eyes, calm face, completely unreadable. I didn't say that. You blinked again, so you do want it. I want people to follow instructions. You stare at him, he took the mug anyway and said, your eyes widened. Oh, then it's fine. You are drinking it. He froze for a second like he didn't expect you to say that. You talk too much in the morning. I talk too much all day, sir. He exhaled quietly like someone struggling to not react. Your schedule is on the desk. Take it and leave. You nodded quickly. Okay, have a good day, sir. You turned to leave. His voice stopped you. Why? You looked back. His eyes were on you, observant, analytical, like he had been watching you longer than you realized. Why are you walking like that? Did you hurt your leg? Your cheeks heat up. I accidentally got hit by the desk. He sighed. You should watch your surroundings. You smiled awkwardly and nodded. I will. You didn't wait for further questions and slipped outside, leaning against the door once it closed. How can someone be so cold yet so observant? This man is confusing. Little did you know, he was watching you through the glass the entire time. Expression unchanged, but eyes following you. Your heels clicked against the marble hallway as you returned from Jungkook's office, empty mug in your hand, still smiling to yourself. Not because he smiled back, he didn't, he barely nodded, but the way he noticed even such a small thing about you. Your stomach was filled with butterflies. As you stepped into the operations room, colleague Mason immediately leaned over the divider. Oh ho, someone is smiling, looks like the boss melted already. You dropped your bag on your desk dramatically. Don't hope the impossible, but I think he upgraded from emotionless statue to emotionless statue who can nod. Your team snorted, the entire case coordination row adored teasing you like this. Honestly, I don't know how you walk into his office so casually, I would evaporate. It's not that serious, I just take coffee and sometimes files and sometimes I update his schedule and sometimes he asks for and sometimes you just find excuses to go see him. Mason spoke. You sweated his arm with a stack of sticky notes. Shut up, I'm just doing my job. Right, right, sure. Making coffee for him is also part of your job description. Okay, first of all, I made it for myself too. And yet somehow his cup was in your hand. You hid your face behind your notebook. I hate all of you. They laughed, but it wasn't mocking, just light, affectionate teasing. You were the sunshine of the whole team, and everyone knew it. You sat at your desk logging into the firm's case portal. Notifications flooded in. A client wanted rescheduling, a judge's clerk sent new hearing dates, 3 affidavits needed formatting before end of day, 2 lawyers needed you to draft client summary emails. Usual chaos. You sighed. Why does the universe think I have 12 hands? Because you look like someone who says yes even when she's dying inside. Okay, fair. You began typing quickly, multitasking across 4 windows, then Mason leaned closer again. So tell us, do you like him? You froze mid keyboard tap. What? No. Your voice quacked. Oh wow, smooth denial. Guys, he is just my boss, a very cold boss who scares everyone, including printers and doors. They laughed again, and then Mason smiled. But not you. You opened your mouth, but nothing came out because maybe it was true, maybe that's why you kept trying, bringing coffee, smiling, softening the storm in him, even if he didn't care. By lunch break, your team dragged you to the cafeteria, and of course, the teasing continued. So, if attorney Jungkook ever smiled at you, would you faint or marry him? Bro, I'm just trying to eat my sandwich. Just admit it. You have a tiny crush. You buried your face in your hands. I don't. I just like being nice to him. The way he calls your name, though, even the interns blush. Shoved a piece of rice into your mouth dramatically. Please, he says my name like it's a code date he forgot. More laughter. Minho joined the table, sitting with a smug grin. Ryan, when Attorney John finally confesses, let me MC your wedding. I will sue you. Oh, look at her already practicing litigation with her husband's name. You choked on your water. He is not. Guys, stop. Everyone was laughing again, loud, chaotic, teasing. You didn't notice the cafeteria quieted behind you. You didn't notice the shift, the way people suddenly straightened. You didn't notice the polished shoes stopping. But your colleagues did. Mira's laughter died instantly. They froze mid-bite. Mino sat straighter and slowly you turn around, tray in hand, tie flawless, suit perfect, expression unreadable, attorney John Jungkook standing there. He had heard everything, everything. Your heart crashed into your ribs. He didn't look at your colleagues. He didn't glare, he didn't smirk, no reaction, just the usual cold, intimidating calm that every associate feared. What's going on here? Mason and Day jumped. Sir, we were just joking during lunch. Lunch is for eating, not for discussing irrelevant subjects. His tone was flat, not angry, just icy. Mira tried to defend. Sir, it was harmless, just teasing. Vian. From behind you, someone muttered a little too loudly. Let Vian tell him, he won't scold her anyway. Your breath caught, your hand stiffened. That was the moment Jungkook finally looked at you, straight, direct, and emotionless. And somehow that made it worse. Let me be clear. There was a short pause. She doesn't have any special position here. Another pause, the kind that slices open. She's not someone special. She's doing her job like everyone else. Silence dropped like a stone. Your throat tightened. Your chest sank. You weren't stupid. He meant it professionally. He wasn't insulting you. He wasn't mocking you. But hearing it like that from him, from the man who made your heart stupidly tilt every time he said your name, it broke something small inside you. Jungkook didn't notice, or he pretended not to. He stepped back. 30 minutes left. Use the time wisely. He walked away, calm, cold, unbothered. Your co-workers looked at you with guilt all over their faces. Ryan, I'm sorry. We didn't mean for that to happen. He's so harsh. How can he be that blind? He didn't even look at your face, God. You forced a small smile. It's okay. He didn't say anything wrong. But your eyes burned because he meant it professionally, but your heart took it personally. Cafeteria incident burned behind your eyes the whole afternoon, so you made one quiet decision: no more going to Attorney John's office unless he specifically asks. You had been doing it out of habit, dropping case memos, asking for cross examination notes, checking if he had eaten, bringing him coffee even when he never asked. But not today, not after hearing she's not someone special. So you stayed cheerful with everyone else, laughing with paralegals, helping interns, discussing research with your team, bright, bubbly, the usual you, except around him. Around him, you simply didn't exist. Attorney John Jungkook didn't care at first. Why would he? You were assigned to his team for a case, not attached to him. But slowly he noticed the silence. Normally, he would hear you before he saw you, your voice floating down the hallway. Mira signed this. They you spelled defendant wrong again. Minho, stop drinking my juice. Today, nothing. Only footsteps, only papers, only his own breathing, and then he saw you, passing by the glass walls of his office. You usually knocked before entering, but today you didn't even spare a glance inside. You just walked past him, smiling at Mira, handing files to Mason, chatting with Minho about the cafeteria line. Jungkook's fingers froze on his keyboard. Oh, so she really wasn't coming in. By 5 p.m., Jungkook still hadn't interacted with you once, not even a simple Attorney John, do you need anything? And he hated how much he noticed that. He kept seeing you. Talking to interns, laughing near the copying machine, working with associates, debating a case with paralegals. Everyone got your smile, everyone except him. It annoyed him, no, it bothered him. A faint emptiness sat in his chest, unfamiliar and unwelcome. He ignored it or tried to. Jungkook pressed his intercom button. Send Ryan to my office. His assistant Lani sounded confused. Sir, Ryan isn't in the department right now. His brows twitched. What do you mean? Did she leave already? No, sir, she is in Attorney Mingyu's office. Jungkook's had snapped up so fast that even Lani blinked. What is she doing there? He didn't sound angry, not loud. Just sharply, cold. Lani swallowed. She had seen him irritated before, but this tone, this was different. About half an hour ago, Attorney Mingyu called her to his office for help with something. Jungkook stared at his desk, blank. Something tightened inside his chest, sharp and unfamiliar. A twist of discomfort, a flash of annoyance, a sting he didn't accept. Why was Mingyu calling you? Why were you still in there? Why didn't you come to him today? Why did the thought irritated him? Like he missed you. Jungkook leaned back in his chair. His jaw was tight. And she went? Lani blinked. Yes, she always helps anyone who asks. She's very kind. Kind, yes, that was true. You helped him all the time too, but today you didn't even look at him, and Mingyu got you for half an hour. Jungkook's fingers curled against the desk. Not jealousy, he didn't get jealous, not of anyone, especially not of Mingyu. He just didn't like it. Didn't like this feeling, didn't like you avoiding him, didn't like how much he noticed you weren't there, and most of all, he didn't like that Mingyu had your attention when he didn't. Stepped out of Attorney Mingyu's office with a stack of files in your hand and a smile on your face, and that's why the judge nearly threw the papers at him. You should have seen Attorney Han's face. Laughed truly. Attorney Mingyu was different. He was more chill and playful, the way you used to laugh around Jungkook before today. Mingyu grinned, pleased with himself for making you smile. Then he looked up and froze because Jungkook was standing outside his office. Arms crossed, suit perfect, expression sharp, cold, unreadable, but his eyes, they were focused entirely on you, and Mingyu walking behind you. Your smile died instantly. You looked away, pretended to fix the files in your hands. Pretended you didn't notice the shift in the air, pretended your heartbeat didn't pick up. Mingyu noticed everything, and of course, being Mingyu, he smirked and spoke loud and sarcastic. Well, well, seems like you're finally free, Attorney John. A few interns near the hallway looked up, sensing tension. Jungkook didn't smile, didn't greet, didn't blink. His eyes flicked from Mingyu to you, then back. Seems like you're running out of staff, Attorney Kim. Using mine now? You inhaled sharply, no emotion in his voice. None, but the bite was unmistakable. Mingyu raised a brow, amused. Running out of staff? Or are you running out of people willing to work with you? A few people choked on their breath. Jungkook's jaw tightened. Just slightly, but enough for you to see it. Mingyu didn't stop. He stepped closer, leaning casually against the wall. Funny though, she didn't complain once. Smart, efficient, kind. He glanced at you. Honestly, I should offer her a permanent position in my department. Your eyes snapped toward him, sir. But Mingyu wasn't looking at you. He was watching Jungkook. Jungkook's eyes darkened. A rivalry older than your time in the farm simmered between them, sharper now, hotter, because you were suddenly at the center of it. He spoke quietly and dangerously. She's assigned to my team. Mingyu shrugged. Teams can change. She's not transferring. Did she say that? Or is this just your ego talking? Silence fell, heavy, cutting. Your heart pounded. You didn't want to be between two attorneys, between two rivals, between two men whose eyes were locked like they were ready to tear each other apart. So you took a small step back, just enough to slip away. I should get back to work. Both men looked at you at the same time. You didn't look at either of them. You just lowered your head, clutched the files, and walked past. Your steps quick, controlled, professional, but your chest hurting in a way you didn't want to acknowledge. And behind you, Mingyu watched you leave with surprise. Jungkook watched you leave with something far sharper. And everyone watching whispered silently. Something was about to change.